You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Today's guest is CEO of TGM Group and Trustee of the Estate of James Campbell, Dick Gushman. I was wondering how your work schedule has changed from the very beginning until now, because you folks are doing really big projects. So how has it changed your daily activities?
Oh, that's a great question, Carrie. I mean, in the beginning, it was all, energy and time, because you don't have a lot of experience to pull from, and relationships and the resources of the community broadly defined. It was just a matter of pouring hours and hours and hours into it. Fortunately, today, I don't have to do quite as much of that, because hopefully, somewhere along the line, I've learned something, and we have better staff and more capable people helping. So it still takes a bunch of time, but not nearly as crushing as it did in the beginning. And I think that's true for people who try really passionately about anything. It has to be you have to make it take up enough space in your life to be a consuming experience, because if not, the odds seem to not be in your favor. It just takes a heck of a lot of energy.
Since you've been able to, open up your schedule more because you've done bigger projects and been more successful since from the beginning, you've had more time to give back to the community. And we're really appreciative of that, because you were not from Hawaii, yet you've done business in Hawaii and you're really involved in the Hawaii community. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Again, I think that's a parental legacy. My mother's really active in the community. My father, to some extent as well. It was expected in our family that you had to do service in addition to whatever else you did in the community. So it seemed like a natural thing to do. I must confess that for the early years, as you were pointing out a minute ago, Carrie, that there was a time collision between my family and trying to get this business started. So I didn't really start to get engaged in the community probably until 5 or 6 or 7 years after I came here. And since then, I've been really blessed to have been involved with some different things, the Boys and Girls Club and a whole bunch of others, the university from time to time. And
but why? Why did you decide to do it? I mean, you can spend all your time on your business and make more money, so why do these community things?
Well, I'm philosophically a firm believer that the communities in which you do business, invest, and manage your financial environment is only as good as the people who put their energy and leadership into it. And it's just there's a complete logic to it to me as a business person, in addition to feeling that there's an obligation to do it as a citizen. And it's a great learning experience for me. I've learned enormous amounts from the people that I've had an opportunity to meet in the nonprofit world. I'm sure way more than they've gotten from me as being a member of their organizations.
I don't know that you don't go into a nonprofit looking at it as an advantage to be involved. But did you see a change once you got involved? Maybe your business grew, you met, higher up people?
Sure, absolutely, Carrie. It's a tremendous opportunity to see parts of the community you would not otherwise see. You get the perspective of different vantage points through the eyes of organizations that are trying to take care of components of the community that really need help. And I think that fashions you in a way that makes your understanding of the community that you do business in maybe more holistic, and certainly you get a sense of what's going on at a really low altitude. You get right down next to where the activities are taking place.
How about a learning experience that you got from helping in the community?
Well, I think there are endless additions to me as a person from doing that. I think one, United Way of America, just to pick one randomly, was a place where I got to meet the labor leadership of the state, who I didn't know. And in my business, we don't have organized labor as employees, but we involve lots of unions in building. So the building trades and all the associated labor organizations we were always engaged with professionally. I got to meet them personally, and it changed my whole view. It enhanced my whole view of organized labor, and some of those folks have become very close friends of mine, and it just was a broadening opportunity for me. So that's just to give you one example.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for more on Greater Good Radio.